Probably you have noticed this already. When you begin typing a query in Amazon search bar, book covers now start showing up right inside the drop-down as you type. But what does that actually mean? And more importantly, how does it affect self-published authors and low-content book publishers like us? Stick around because I will explain it in simple terms. So, here's what's happening. When readers search for a book on Amazon, they usually type keywords, right? Like romantic fantasy or gratitude journal. Up until now, Amazon showed a list of text suggestions and then you hit enter and see a search results page full of books. But Amazon is testing something new. Visual Autocomplete. Instead of just showing text suggestions, the search box will now display book covers right in the drop-down as you type. They shared this update in their post called Simplifying Book Discovery with Machine Learning Powered Visual Autocomplete Suggestions on the Amazon Science webpage. So, if a reader starts typing Atomic Habits, they won't just see the related search terms for Atomic Habits. They will also see the book cover appear right at the top of the auto suggestions. And from there, they can click straight into that book without ever going to the full search results page. It also provides real-time, personalized format suggestions and pulls in multiple searchable entities, like book pages, author pages, and even series pages. Amazon built this instant visual autocomplete system to enhance the search experience across both Amazon and Audible. According to them, this technology isn't just about making book discovery easier. It's laying the groundwork for future improvements in personalized search and visual discovery across Amazon's entire ecosystem. And interestingly, I have already started noticing visual autocomplete appearing in other product categories as well. Behind the scenes, Amazon built a pretty advanced AI model for this, called the Deep Pairwise Learning to Rank model. Don't worry about the fancy name, but here's what it does in plain English. It looks at what people are typing right now in real time. It considers each shopper's past searches and preferences, and it uses book details like descriptions, categories, and how readers engage with those books. Put all that together, and Amazon's AI decides which covers should we show first, even before someone finishes typing. Now here's where things get interesting for us as self-published authors and low-content book publishers. For example, if a customer types Atomic Habits in the Amazon search bar, in the past, before visual autocomplete with book covers existed, they would click the autocomplete text Atomic Habits, which would direct them to a search results page with hundreds of results. Of course, well-known books like Atomic Habits would usually appear at the top. On the search results page, readers could also stumble upon other books, often related to the same topic. Even if their main goal was to purchase Atomic Habits, some might discover these other books, become interested, and add them to their cart along with Atomic Habits. However, with the new visual autocomplete feature, I think the majority of readers will now click the book cover at the top and go straight to the book's detail page, bypassing the full search results page entirely. This means readers may never see the other books on the results page, which reduces the chances of accidental discovery. For small publishers and new authors, this could make discoverability significantly harder. I know most of my audience is interested in low-content books, so let me show you an example that's popular right now, especially during the back-to-school periods. When you start typing composition notebook in Amazon search bar, you will notice some visual auto suggestions appear. But since this is a search term and not a specific book title, clicking on one of these visual suggestions does not take you directly to the product page of the book whose cover appears. Instead, it directs you to the search results page. The book covers shown in the visual suggestions seem to be chosen by Amazon's algorithm, likely based on bestsellers for that search term. It doesn't seem like Amazon gives any special preference to the books that show up in the visual auto suggestions. However, as a low-content book publisher, I think focusing on search terms with visual auto suggestions could offer an advantage compared to terms without visuals. People are more likely to click on suggestions that include book covers. That said, this is just my opinion. You still need to check each search term carefully and evaluate whether your book has a realistic chance of ranking on the first page for that term. As you can see, Amazon's algorithm is becoming increasingly AI-driven. This means all keyword stuffing strategies may become less effective. Amazon's AI is now focusing more on customer intent, preferences, and engagement. I have talked about Amazon's new algorithm COSMO and its shopping assistant Rufus and how to optimize your listings for them in other videos. I believe these are the topics you should focus on to succeed on Amazon KDP in 2025 and beyond. Later in this video, you will get to see some important clips from my previous videos where I talk about COSMO and Rufus and how to optimize your listings for them. After watching the clips, if it sounds interesting to you, I recommend checking out the full videos. Links are in the description. I highly recommend watching the full videos to understand these concepts more deeply. Believe me, very few publishers are aware of these strategies, so learning them could give you a real competitive advantage on your KDP journey. I will let you watch the clips right now, and after watching them, let me know what you think about the visual auto suggestion feature in the comments. Let's start with Amazon COSMO. We got aware of COSMO after the publication of its science paper around February 2024. So, it is described in this paper as a large-scale e-commerce common sense knowledge generation and serving system at Amazon. This algorithm leverages large language models to analyze user behavior and intent, creating a more personalized shopping experience. Unlike the previous Amazon A9 algorithm, which primarily relied on keyword matching and sales performance, COSMO focuses on understanding deeper user intentions by constructing a comprehensive knowledge graph that connects products with user context and needs. Alright, I know it sounds complex. To put it simply, COSMO understands the intent behind the user query, what they are actually looking for, who they are, and what they are interested in finding, and provides personalized recommendations. Earlier this year, Amazon launched Rufus, a generative AI-powered shopping assistant that's been trained on Amazon's product catalog, customer reviews, community Q&As, and information from across the web to help customers understand product details, get product recommendations, compare options, find deals, and more. Currently, Rufus is now available to all US customers in the Amazon Shopping app and on desktop. Okay, how to optimize Amazon listings for COSMO and Rufus. In short, optimizing Amazon listings is no longer about keywords alone, but rather about intent and context. Keyword stuffing and long-tail keyword matching aren't necessary as they once were, because these systems are becoming far more advanced. Now we need to focus on truly understanding customer intent and conveying that intent clearly through product descriptions and images. From a listing perspective, it's essential to have a deep understanding of your audience and to optimize all relevant features on the product page. Rather than keyword stuffing or focusing solely on keyword matching, clearly explain the product's function, specific use, target audience, usage details, seasonality, applicable body parts if relevant, and more. Moving forward, these aspects will be far more important for Amazon in surfacing your product to customers than simply matching keywords. So you need to make sure you answer all the questions that your customers might have. Therefore, I advise analyzing the listings of your best-selling competitors and through reverse engineering, addressing all the questions they answer in their listings. Amazon is building the world's most advanced system to determine what is best for customers, and it will soon surpass any human strategy. The focus should be on creating quality products that genuinely meet customer needs. Another key aspect to optimize for AI is images. Optimizing images is more crucial now than ever. Both Amazon and various AI tools can analyze images effectively. For more information, check out the Amazon recognition site. It's useful for B2B and also integrates into their algorithms. To see this in action, you can pass your product photo into ChatGPT or Copilot and ask what it is. For example, since many of my audiences are interested in Amazon KDP, I quickly designed a coloring book cover for kids aged 4 to 8 and uploaded it to ChatGPT to see what it would recognize. Interestingly, even though I didn't include dinosaur in the title, it still understood that the coloring book was about dinosaurs and accurately read the text on it. This example highlights just how important images are. If you are an Amazon FBA seller, you should select your product images based on your target audience. For instance, if your product is aimed at seniors in their 60s, use images of people around that age. If your product is office-related, choose images that convey that setting. For Amazon Merch and KDP sellers, while you can choose the images, KDP sellers should focus on creating A+ content with relevant images and provide more data to COSMO and Rufus. After studying product detail pages across various categories, I have identified a few ways to optimize your Amazon listings for Rufus. Here's what I found. Rufus almost always prioritizes the core product information first, followed by customer reviews. Since we can't control customer reviews, we should focus on enhancing the product descriptions more than ever. Start by checking out the relevant questions on your competitors' product pages, then aim to answer those directly within your own product description. As I mentioned before, instead of outdated tactic of keyword stuffing, focus on clearly explaining your product's function, target audience, specific uses, seasonality, and key features. By doing this, your product description becomes a valuable resource for Rufus, helping it to answer customer questions more effectively and increasing your chances of better recommendations. Now about OCR technology, I couldn't find any clear evidence that Rufus can read text directly from product images or from images in the A+ content section. Honestly, this was a bit disappointing, especially after ChatGPT example I showed you in the previous video. However, I will keep monitoring this closely because Amazon already has OCR capabilities, and I believe it's only a matter of time before this feature is integrated into Rufus. In the meantime, I still recommend focusing on your A+ content and providing as much detailed information as possible for COSMO and Rufus to work with. I'm confident that Rufus will soon integrate OCR technology, so it's a good idea to start preparing in advance. If you are an Amazon FBA seller, choose product images that resonate with your target audience. For instance, if your product is aimed at seniors, use images of older adults. If it is office related, choose images that reflect a professional office environment. For Amazon Merch and Amazon KDP sellers, even though you can't choose product images, KDP sellers should leverage A+ content by including relevant visuals and additional data. This will help provide context and make it easier for COSMO and Rufus to accurately represent your product. About the training on information from across the web, like I mentioned earlier, I don't have concrete evidence yet, but at the very least, I think it's a good idea to have a dedicated landing page for your product. This can help Rufus gather more information about your offering. I actually have a video on my channel showing how to create a landing page for your product using Canva, and the best part is, it's completely free. By creating your own landing page, you have more freedom to provide detailed information, something you can't always do on Amazon listings. So take advantage of this flexibility and use it to your benefit.